My father told me I wasn't his real daughter to cut me out of my grandmother's will. Only blood relatives deserve the family fortune, he declared. So I looked at him and said, "Do you promise to keep your word about it, then?" He said yes. He had a big surprise when "You're not even her real granddaughter," my father spat, his face contorted with rage. Only blood relatives deserve the family fortune. I stood frozen in grandmother Ellaliner's study, the heavy oak shelves filled with leather-bound classics surrounding us like silent witnesses to his cruelty. My grandmother had been buried only 3 days ago, and already the family was fracturing over her will. "What are you talking about?" I managed, my voice barely audible over the thundering of my heart. "Don't play innocent, Jennifer. Your mother's little secret isn't so secret anymore." He paced the oriental rug, pausing to glare at the formal portrait of grandmother hanging above the fireplace. Ellaliner was obsessed with bloodlines. "Once the lawyer confirms you've got no Blackwell blood, you'll get nothing." I looked him directly in the eyes, fighting to keep my voice steady. "Do you promise to keep your word about this, that only blood relatives deserve grandmother's inheritance?" "Absolutely," he declared, lifting his chin with the same imperious tilt I'd seen countless times throughout my childhood. "I'll make sure the family legacy stays with real Blackwells, not imposters. My name is Jennifer Blackwell, I'm 27 years old, and until 5 minutes ago, I believed Douglas Blackwell was my biological father. Now, standing in my grandmother's Georgian mansion in suburban Philadelphia, I was apparently discovering otherwise. What I wanted was simple, the fair treatment grandmother Eleanor intended in her will. She had specifically mentioned me, her only granddaughter, during our last conversation about her estate plans. Standing in my way was the man who had always viewed me with thinly veiled contempt. The man whose approval I had spent decades trying to earn, unsuccessfully. "You can attend the will reading next week if you must," he continued dismissively, "but don't expect anything. I've already spoken with Harrison about challenging any provisions that include you." Harrison Mills was my father's longtime friend and our family attorney. The mention of their apparent collusion sent a chill through me. "I'll be there," I replied quietly. "Grandmother wanted me there." "Sentiment," he scoffed. "Eleanor always had a blind spot for you. Fortunately, the law cares about facts, not feelings." As he strode from the room, I sank into grandmother's desk chair, running my fingers over the polished walnut surface where she had written countless letters, reviewed business documents, and most recently finalized her will. My phone buzzed with a text from my mother: "We need to talk about your father tonight, alone." I stared at the message, unease crawling up my spine. If my father wasn't my biological father, then who was, and how had this secret remained hidden for 27 years? More importantly, why was it surfacing now, just days after grandmother's death and days before her fortune would be distributed? Whatever truth awaited me, one thing was becoming clear: the father I had spent my life trying to please had been harboring resentment far deeper than I had ever realized. Growing up as a Blackwell meant navigating a world of privilege and weighty expectations. The Blackwell fortune, built on pharmaceutical patents and shrewd investments, had sustained 3 generations of the family in considerable luxury. My father, Douglas, was the elder of 2 sons, which automatically positioned him as the presumptive heir to the majority of the Blackwell assets. His younger brother, James, had been the family rebel, brilliant but restless, unwilling to conform to our grandfather's rigid vision of the family legacy. He'd left Philadelphia to pursue medical research in Seattle,